Wesley preached for 50 years, traveling an average of 11 miles a day on horseback. Now, most of us, how many of you own a horse? I really didn't expect a lot of hands. We're kind of in the city here, but every now and then you might find someone who owns a horse. I love horses. I do, but I don't ride horses a lot. I live in a subdivision. Horses aren't necessarily welcome there. So I don't have one. When I was a kid living in Greensboro, North Carolina, there was a stables about a half a mile down the road from me. By the way, it's still there. It's an amazing thing. It's an old dilapidated. It was about 100 years old when I was there. Now it's what, 200 years old. And the stables was down there, and they had all kinds of horses down there, and I would go down there and I would clean out the stable, the barn, for the right to ride the horses. It'd take me a couple hours, grab this wheelbarrow and a shovel and clean up the stalls and shovel it in a big old pile over there, and he let me ride the horse for 30 minutes. That's big stuff. He had a great, big, huge black animal there that just scared me to death because it was the biggest thing I'd ever seen in my life. And he didn't like me. And I would walk by his stall, and he would try to nip at me when I come by. So I had to sort of walk by his stall like this. Like you keep an eye on that horse as you go by with your wheelbarrow. He was huge. His head was way up here, and he was back in that dark stall. He was back in there. You couldn't even see him. Jet black animal back in that dark. Feet like this. I mean, just this horse was huge. I would, as a kid, I was about 9, 10. I would have to reach up as high as I could just to touch the top of his back. And this was a great big animal. I asked him one day, can I ride? His name was Black. What else would you call a horse? Can I ride Black? I don't know, son. I don't know if you can handle Black or not. And I said, well, maybe if I ride him one time, he won't try to bite me as much. They said, okay, fine, we'll let you ride Black. And they put a saddle on him and had to have some help getting up on this thing. And a horse knows if the person on him knows what they're doing or is an idiot. And this horse being huge realized he got this little old bitty nothing on his back here. And he just sort of did what he wanted to do. And we came out of the barn, I wanted to go this way, and the horse went that way. And I'm trying to pull him this way, and he just sort of yanked his head and pulled back against the rein and go the way he wanted to go. I had no control over that horse whatsoever. And the guy came out and said, all right, bring him in, bring him in. And he wouldn't go. I'd goose him a little bit. Don't just go back to the barn. And the horse just did what the horse wanted to do. He was eating grass. By the way, I didn't ride the horse. He went out there in the field about 15, 20 feet out and just started eating. That was the end of that ride. He wasn't doing anything for me. And I just sat on him there for about 30 minutes. I really do enjoy horses. I love horses. Black and I never did get along, but I do indeed love horses. But if you've ever ridden one for any length of time, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. We get in a car today, and if the seats don't fit us just right, lumbar support, proper headrest, we're uncomfortable. Try riding a horse. 11 miles a day.